The quiet repetition. There's a certain silence in the early morning. The kind that makes you question everything you're doing. The alarm rings, the world still sleeps, and you're out there, moving, lifting, running, writing, creating, repeating the same motions you've done 100 times before. At first it feels ordinary. You wake up, you follow the plan, you check the boxes, but somewhere inside, a quiet voice whispers, "Is this really working? Is this really worth it?" And yet you keep going, because something deeper than motivation pushes you. Something quieter, but stronger. A sense of duty, of faith, of purpose. You may not see results today or tomorrow, but you believe that every small effort is a brick in something greater. Power doesn't arrive with a roar. It doesn't knock on your door and say, "Here I am." It grows like roots, unseen, underground, patient. While the world celebrates speed, power is built in slowness. In the unglamorous hours no one sees. In the practice that feels pointless. In the silence that tests your patience. Consistency is not about excitement. It's about endurance. It's about showing up when the fire is gone, when inspiration fades, when no one notices. Most people quit not because they can't do it, but because they can't stand the quiet. They crave the spotlight, the recognition, the applause. But the ones who rise above, they fall in love with the silence. They learn to dance with repetition, to breathe through boredom, to find beauty in the small, unseen victories. You see, the human spirit is not forged in a single moment of brilliance. It's sculpted, one repetition at a time. Like the waves that shape the rocks, like the hammer that molds the blade. Power doesn't come from what you do once. It comes from what you do always. Every morning you choose to get up. That's power. Every time you start again after failing. That's power. Every day you give your best when no one's watching. That's the power the world will one day see. People often mistake power for dominance, the loud, visible kind. But true power is quiet. It doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to prove. It's built layer by layer, moment by moment, until one day it stands unshakable. There's a story hidden in every repetition you make, every push-up, every word you write, every step you take. Each one is a whisper to your future self saying, "I'm preparing for you. I'm becoming stronger for you." The seed doesn't question the darkness before it blooms. It trusts the process. It grows through the soil. It waits. That's what consistency really is, a sacred waiting. A faith that what you're doing now, though invisible, is building something extraordinary. And sometimes that faith is all you have. No proof, no applause, just a heartbeat and a decision to keep moving. You may not notice it yet, but every day you return to your path, you're writing a story of power. Not the kind that comes from winning once, but the kind that can't be taken away. Because the truth is, consistency is not just about building habits. It's about building you. Power doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the consistent. To those who keep showing up long after the motivation has disappeared. To those who choose discipline over desire, commitment over comfort. You don't need to move mountains today. Just show up. Take one small step forward. Repeat. Do it again tomorrow. And again and again. That's how invisible becomes inevitable. That's how consistency builds power. The hidden strength. There comes a point in every journey when repetition stops feeling like progress and starts feeling like punishment. The weights don't get lighter. The words don't come easier. The results don't appear fast enough. You give your all, yet the world remains silent. That's when most people quit. Not because they're weak, but because they misunderstand silence. They mistake the absence of applause for the absence of growth. But silence is not empty. It's full of unseen movement. Every moment you persist, something shifts inside you. Your mind becomes sharper. Your patience deepens. Your will hardens. You may not notice it, but life is building your strength in secret. True power doesn't appear in comfort. It's born in resistance, in the struggle between who you are and who you're becoming. A muscle grows by tearing itself apart first. A sword becomes sharp only after the fire. The same law applies to you. Growth demands friction, and consistency is how you face that fire every single day. It's easy to give everything when the crowd is cheering. It's harder when no one cares. But that's where real warriors are made. In the quiet corners, when no one is clapping, when you're your only witness. Every repetition, every act of discipline is not just building a skill, it's rewriting your identity. You stop being someone who tries and start becoming someone who is. You stop chasing motivation because discipline has taken its place. You stop asking, how long will this take? And start saying, as long as it takes. The athlete who trains through pain, the writer who edits the same line 100 times, the student who studies after failure, they all share one truth. Consistency has become their language of faith. Each action is a prayer. Each routine is a declaration. They may look ordinary, but they are fighting a quiet war inside, a war against doubt, laziness, distraction, fear. And with every small victory, they build a power that no one can take away. There's a moment in life when you realize that talent may open doors, but only consistency keeps them open. When you understand that luck might give you a start, but discipline decides how far you go. People may call it obsession. They may say, you're too focused, too intense. Let them talk. Because while they talk, you're building. While they rest, you're growing. While they wait for motivation, you've already turned consistency into your engine. And one day, when the results appear, they'll call it natural. They'll say, you're gifted, you're lucky. They won't understand the countless days you showed up when you didn't want to. They'll never see the 1,000 invisible hours that made this single visible moment possible. But you'll know. You'll remember the quiet mornings, the late nights, the doubts you silenced with discipline. And that knowledge, that memory, becomes your hidden strength. Because power built through consistency is not just strength of the body. It's strength of character. It's the ability to stay steady when others shake. It's the calm in chaos. It's the voice that says, I've been here before. I've trained for this. I'm ready. Every repetition, every disciplined act is a promise kept to yourself. And every time you keep that promise, you become someone you can trust. That's real power. Not the kind that intimidates, but the kind that inspires. Not the kind that shouts, but the kind that endures. Consistency teaches you to respect the process. It humbles you. It strips away the illusion of quick success and replaces it with truth. That anything worth having must be earned again and again. And one day, after countless repetitions, you'll look back and realize you were never stuck. You were never standing still. Every small action was transforming you, quietly, patiently, relentlessly. That's the hidden strength, the one you didn't see coming. The one built in silence, forged in faith, and revealed in the moment you need it most. The awakening. And then one day, it happens. No drum roll, no warning, no miracle from the sky. Just a moment, quiet, ordinary. And suddenly, you feel it. Something has shifted. The weight that once broke you feels lighter. The mountain that once scared you looks smaller. The fear that once whispered you can't is now silent. You move differently. You speak differently. You are different. That's the awakening. The realization that the version of you who started this journey no longer exists. You remember the nights you wanted to quit, The mornings you woke with doubt, the tears you hid, the failures you thought you couldn't come back from, but you did. Again and again. And every again became a line of strength written deep into your soul. That's the thing about consistency. You don't see it working until one day it shows you who you've become. In that moment, you understand what power really is. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. It moves like the tide, steady, certain, unstoppable. Power is not the victory itself. It's the quiet certainty that you'll rise again no matter what. It's the calm heartbeat in chaos. It's the voice inside that says, I've trained for this. I'm ready for this. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. Your life already did. The repetition became your teacher, and discipline became your freedom. People will ask how you did it. They'll want the secret, the shortcut, the formula, the hack. But there isn't one. There never was. You just showed up when it hurt, when it was boring, when no one cared. You showed up anyway. That's the secret they'll never understand. Because the world is obsessed with results, but you've learned to fall in love with the process. And that love, that devotion, has built a foundation inside you. That nothing can shake. Now you stand taller, not because the world finally noticed, but because you did. Because you earned your own respect. Because you looked in the mirror and saw someone you could finally trust. That's what consistency gives you. The quiet pride of integrity. The peace of knowing you didn't take shortcuts. The strength of knowing you kept going when it would have been easier to stop. And when the storm comes, because it always will, you won't fear it. You've faced too many storms already. You've learned that discipline is stronger than fear. You've learned that patience is louder than doubt. You've learned that power built in silence outlasts every noise. This time, when chaos arrives, you won't crumble, you'll rise. You'll stand still in the middle of it, not because it's easy, but because this is where you belong. You've earned this stillness. You've earned this strength. You've earned this power. And when you finally succeed, when the door opens, when the light shines, when the world finally claps, you won't feel surprised. You'll just smile. Because deep down, you'll know you didn't just get lucky. You became this. You built this. Every repetition, every day, every silent hour, it all led here. And as the applause fades, you'll go back to work. Because you know this isn't the end, it's just another beginning. That's what consistency teaches you, to never stop becoming. Consistency builds power, the kind that doesn't fade with time, the kind that doesn't need to be seen, the kind that endures through failure, through fatigue, through everything, the kind of power that makes you unstoppable. So when tomorrow comes and the alarm rings again and the world is still asleep, you'll rise. You'll do it again and again because you know now. Every repetition matters. Every moment counts. And every act of consistency is a declaration of power. The quiet kind, the lasting kind. The kind that makes you, you.